I just want y'all to know that I said what I said in this video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany Aaliyah, and in today's video, we are going to be ranking black romance movies. If you are interested in that, please be sure to like this video. Comment down below if you have any thoughts, subscribe to my channel, and we're gonna get right into it. Alright guys, so I'm gonna start out by explaining my ranking system to you guys. So for the first tier, we have must see, and that's point blank period, a movie that you must see. Worth the hype are movies that got a lot of fanfare, a lot of acclaim, and I think that they're deserving of that. Overhyped, similarly to the worth the hype tier, all of these movies got a lot of fanfare, a lot of praise, but I don't necessarily think they're deserving of all of that. But they're still good movies. They're still movies that I would definitely recommend to anyone to go see. Not bad are movies that I enjoy, I like. Do I think they're cinematic masterpieces? No. But will you enjoy your time watching it? Yes. And meh are movies that I feel like we could do without. If they were never made, it wouldn't matter. But I will say this, that every single movie listed here, I think is quite enjoyable in its own right. Like, there's no movie here that I don't like. So don't think that because I put something on the meh tier, I hate it. I don't. I enjoy watching all these movies. I got my life watching all of these over the past month while I was planning this video. So I'm gonna rank each of these, tell you guys a little bit of why I ranked it where I ranked it and my thoughts on the movie, and then from there we're gonna just keep on going until we're done. So the first movie that we have here is The Best Man. Fun fact, The Best Man actually is why I even did this video. I'm gonna rank The Best Man at must see. There was a meme going around Instagram last month. I'm gonna post it on the screen here, and the reason why I even thought about this video is because I was like, oh, I have so many thoughts on this. So the meme was basically saying, who do you think is wrong in the movie The Best Man? And for me, full stop, no breaks, Harper. Harper gets on my nerves so much in this movie. First of all, he takes this like morally righteous, judgmental stance on everything. When you yourself are trash, sir. You one, slept with your best friend's girlfriend. Now, while your best friend was messing around with his girlfriend, that does not, messing around on her and doing all these things, it does not give you the right to go sleep with her. Like, no, you were not justified in doing that. Also, you are about to cheat on your girlfriend with one of your friends from college. Huh? What? But then you're running around judging everyone else. He makes me so mad. My favorite scene in this movie is the bachelor party. First of all, Regina Hall comes out and she's just like, Candy, I can feel it. That, first of all, that's my song in general. But when she comes out and she's doing all of this, I'll be like, period, sis, because she looks so good. And then that's also when Harper is hung over the balcony by Lance, and he like is literally about to kill him. And Terrence Howard, my favorite character in the whole movie, I think his name in the movie is Quentin. We gonna go with that. If I don't know somebody's name in the movie, I'm gonna just call them by their real name, just so y'all know. But while he's hanging him over the balcony, he's still adding in his commentary, like saying all these smart remarks. One of your friends is literally about to kill your other friend, and you're sitting here just like making sly remarks. He's my favorite character. I love this movie in general. It's a great movie, must see, top tier. Now, following after The Best Man, I have The Best Man Holiday. The Best Man Holiday I could put in meh or not bad. I'm going to stick it at not bad. It was nice to see these characters again because you get so attached to these characters in the first movie. So it was nice to see them again. I'll give you that. And this is a holiday movie. I'm a holiday hoe on the low. I love everything Christmas. I love mistletoe. I love decorations. I love cookies. I love presents. I love getting and receiving presents. I love me some Christmas. But this movie, one, could have been set at any time during the year. The fact that it's Christmas is kind of irrelevant to the overall plot of the movie. Secondly, other than Mia dying and Harper having a baby, not much, this didn't progress their stories that much further. Like, we come back to them, it's 15 years later and everybody's still kind of in the same position, at the same boat where they were before. The only major revelations is that Terrence Howard's character is the father of that crazy girl, I don't know her name, in the movie, or in real life, I don't know her name, but he's the father of her child possibly, and the fact that he leads off with he's getting married. First of all, they left this ending open-ended. I'm going to tell y'all now, we don't need a third movie. We let y'all pass with this second one because, you know, we love these characters, but we didn't need this either, so I'm going to leave that there. How Stella Got Her Groove Back. I thoroughly enjoyed watching this movie. I think the first time I watched this movie, I probably was like 12 or 13. Thought it was a cool movie and went on about my day. I rewatched it again, like I rewatched all of these movies recently just so I can be fresh in my mind for this video. How Stella Got Her Groove Back is really good. but I'm gonna say it's overhyped. It was hilarious. It's funny. There's some parts of it that are sad. Angela Bassett looks gorgeous. Taye Diggs looks fine as I don't know what. Like, it's a good movie. Whoopi Goldberg is hilarious as she always is. There's some parts to it that are sad. It's a good movie. I don't know. I just don't know. I just feel like it's a little bit overhyped, but I'm gonna leave it where it is. I think it's a good movie. I think that it got a lot of praise and acclaim, and it's one of those movies that when you ask about black love movies, people always bring it up, but I'm like, it's just okay to me. Stella sometimes got on my nerves, actually, because she kept bringing up the fact that he was 20. I'm like, okay, but you knew he was 20 when y'all started messing around, sis, and we're already here. So at this point, you've already fell in. You might as well just keep on going. Thin line between love and hate. This movie is so funny to me. I'm gonna put thin line between love and hate at worth the hype. First of all, Lynn Whitfield's character is nuts. She's kooky. She's crazy. She's thrown off. But I don't feel bad for Martin's character at all. I think he deserved everything that he got. I think he needed to learn this lesson that you can't go around playing with people's emotions and telling people what they want to hear just so you can get what you want out of them. I think he deserved that lesson. The only person I really feel bad for is Regina King's character, because she gets dragged into his mess because she's his friend and like love interest at the same time. So he deserved what he got. Lynn was nuts, but he deserved it. So, you know, there's that. Next, Waiting to Exhale. I love Waiting to Exhale. It's going to must see for me. First of all, Angela Bassett again. I love Angela Bassett. She's like one of my favorite actresses. But Angela Bassett, the scene where her husband tells her, 1, he's cheating on her. 2, he's cheating on her with someone who she knows, which is his secretary. 3, he's leaving her. 4, this woman is white. You done checked all the boxes to piss somebody off to their highest pissivity level. And then when she gets upset, you're gonna gaslight her and make it seem like she's crazy. Because when she starts getting mad at him for this, he's like, oh, you made this so easy. What? You're gonna tell me you're leaving me and you think I'm just gonna say, okay, all right, honey, well, it was fun. No, I'm mad. You're going to feel all of this wrath. And so when he says that to her, I said, I hope she gets him back. And she did, because she pulled all his clothes and everything out of the closet, put it in his car, and lit the car on fire, and then walked away smoking her cigarette and looking like every part of everything bad in the world. I said, yes, chef's kiss. I love that scene. I love that scene so much. And then she get her little revenge haircut, and she looking good. I love this movie. And I just love the friendship dynamics overall in this movie. I think it's a great movie. And then there is a beautiful love story in this movie as well with Loretta Devine's character. So this is a great movie that you must see. Next we have Love Don't Cost a Thing. I'm gonna tell y'all, for some reason I saw this movie when it came out in the movie theater, but I kind of forgot everything that happened. I just remember that Nick Cannon played like a dork and Christina Milian was beautiful, but Christina Milian is always beautiful, and Nick Cannon, I mean, he kind of always is a dork. Like, I feel like he's just one of those people that's his personality, and he just got lucky and got a little bit of money, and some swag came with that. And I mean, hey, he working with what he got. But this movie actually had me cracking up. Steve Harvey is hilarious, and everyone in it is really funny. Keenan is in it. He's really funny. It's a good little movie. And Nick Cannon's character got on my nerves so much in this movie. I'm going to put it at meh. And that's just because I don't think we needed this movie. Without this movie, everybody's life would be okay, but it's good. And Nick Cannon's character drives me insane because he's an idiot, but he's also a genius. Like, he is about to get a scholarship for like mechanics or something, and he almost squanders away his scholarship just to pay for this girl to pretend to be his girlfriend so that he can get popular in high school when he's about to leave high school. He's about to go to college. So it's just stupid, but it's also kind of realistic. And for some reason, this movie reminds me of John Tucker Must Die. I feel like they use the same high school because it's just like the setting just reminds me of the same place. But this movie is pretty good. Shout out to Amiri. I don't know if you guys know Amiri from YouTube. He talks about this movie a lot. When I asked on Instagram, and if you're not following me on Instagram, you should be, because I asked what movie should go on this list. He was like, Love Don't Cost a Thing. And I have another video where he mentioned Love Don't Cost a Thing. So I said, I'm going to put this on this list just for Amiri. But it ain't really that good of a movie. But I don't hate it either. But anyway, we're going to move on to Love and Basketball. Love and Basketball is going to overhype. I have an entire video on Love and Basketball. I will link it down below as well, or put it in the iCard. Love and Basketball is not this great love movie that y'all keep trying to make it be. It's not that. It's really not that. It's just okay. It's just okay. Now, do I think it's a good movie? I'm not going to say it's just okay. It's a good movie. But Quentin is toxic. He's horrible. And Monica is a pick-me. It's not this great love story. It's not that. Please stop making it that. Next, Love Jones. Love Jones is going to the top tier for me. I love this movie so much. Like, I can watch Love Jones over and over and over and over again and not get tired of it. I will say this though. Why is her name leaving me? Oh, Nia Long. Nia Long's character in this movie is infuriating. She drives me crazy. So you're dating Lorenz Tate. You leave him to go back with your ex-boyfriend and move to a different city. You then come back to the same city and find out he's dating someone else and get mad. You thought he was going to wait for you. Why would you think that? Why? I don't understand. Then you start dating his friend, which is wrong in and of itself. You start dating his friend. Then when his friend plays you and he tries to come back to your rescue, you are mad at him. What? She makes me so mad, but I still love this movie. Poetic Justice. Poetic Justice, top tier. Top tier. Poetic Justice is not only a romance, it's a comedy, it's a tragedy. You will go through every range of emotion that you can have while watching this movie. And also another thing that's not brought up a lot. Tupac, that's my baby. I love Tupac so much. But Tupac and Janet Jackson are both people who have come from music and who transitioned to acting and who are phenomenal at it. I don't think they get enough praise for the way that they can act. Usually when people come from music to acting, it's trash, it's horrible, it's But the two of them do it so well, and I love this movie. You want to laugh, you want to cry, you want to... This the movie, y'all. Now we have Why Did I Get Married? Why Did I Get Married, to me, is going to worth the hype. It is the best Tyler Perry film. I think this is the best Tyler Perry film. Now, I will tell you guys that, like, I will watch Tyler Perry movies just because, like, you know, I just watch Tyler Perry movies because I root for everybody black. So I watch Tyler Perry movies, but I don't think any of his movies are that great. I feel like Tyler Perry has this thing where he like throws up his plot too quickly. Like, he doesn't make the viewers think at all. Like, you as a viewer don't have to think about anything. Tyler Perry's going to tell you exactly what's going to happen. You can watch a Tyler Perry movie, and within the first 4 minutes, if you have any type of common sense, you can know exactly what's going to happen without ever have seen the movie before. Except for Why Did I Get Married? Why Did I Get Married is such a great movie. Best scene is that dinner scene. That dinner scene where Angela is kind of forcing Mike to admit that he cheated on Sheila, and then once he admits it, he gets mad, so then he forces Marcus to admit that he has BD and he was cheating on Angela. And then Angela says, "Oh, you got BD?" And Marcus goes, "Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I ain't want to say nothing." And she goes, "Oh, who you get it from? Keisha?" And he goes, yeah, it was Keisha." And she says, "No, it wasn't Keisha, it was Walter." And he was like, "I ain't sleeping with nobody named Walter." And she says, "I slept with Walter. I was just waiting on you to say something." Boom. When I tell you I scream, I cackle out loud every time I watch that scene. Like, cackle out loud. It's so funny. And I just think that all of these characters are well written. Their backstories make sense. That he's not giving you too much with the plot. There are things that I'm shocked about, like, throughout the movie that come out, and I'm like, ooh. That doesn't normally happen with a Tyler Perry movie. Like, usually you find out what's going to happen so quickly. But there are things that happen in this movie that came out of left field to me, and I'm like, oh, okay. All right. I just love how it comes together. Everybody looks amazing. The acting is good. Even Tyler Perry's acting is good. Everything works good. The wigs are on right. Now, y'all, I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but if y'all have eyes, y'all know this. Tyler Perry don't know how to do a wig. Everybody's wig is laid. Everybody looks good. I have no complaints about this movie. Why Did I Get Married too? I want to put it in meh, but I'm going to put it in not bad. It starts to do a little bit of that thing, but like giving away too much of the plot. And also, I feel like it's tried to get deep or like go a little bit more like, I don't know, trying to get a little bit dark, and I don't think that he does that well. Like, I don't know, the scenes with Janet Jackson and Malik Yoba character in this movie kind of made me uncomfortable, and I don't think that he approached them the right way. So it tried to do too much. The Wood is one of my favorite movies. It's going to worth the hype. I actually would put it in must see, but I don't necessarily think it's a must see for everyone. But it's so good. Like, the adventure that they're going on, trying to get Taye Diggs' character to the altar is so funny. And then you go back through Mike's backstory with Nia Long, who I don't know what her character is. And I don't even think that was Mike who was dating it. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Nia Long's character and her love interest in this. Like, they go back through their friendship and them falling in love. Love it. I forgot their names, but yeah. This is an amazing movie, and it's so funny. Brown sugar. I feel like this is going to be a very unpopular opinion. My Love and Basketball opinion and this opinion I feel like are going to both be unpopular. This is going to meh. Brown sugar has a problem with pacing. To me, I feel like the movie starts off too fast. Like, you don't have enough time to be invested in the characters before things are happening left and right. I'm like, set the scene a little bit. Like, give me a little bit of something. Like, you start out finding out that Sanaa Lathan's character is like in love with hip hop. And then throughout the movie, you kind of find out that her love for hip hop directly correlates with her love for her best friend, who is Taye Diggs, who she also is in love with. And so it starts out, you see a short scene of them as kids, you kind of find out that they're friends, and then it switches off to them going from kids straight up to adulthood. We didn't even get a little bit of montage of them in college, or like some scenes showing their friendship developing in high school, so we get a sense of how close they are. And it just, they were telling us that. We didn't see it. I want to see things. I don't want you to tell me straight up what's happening because you're trying to rush through the plot line. I don't like that. So for that reason, that's why I'm putting Brown Sugar in meh. Malcolm and Marie. Oh my god, people hype this movie up and this movie drives me insane. It's going to meh. I don't mind that they are only in one place, and I don't mind this in black and white. I think that the filming and everything looks great. I think that the acting is good. I just don't think that it's that great. I don't know. You start out thinking Marie's just evil and awful, then you kind of find out that Malcolm is not that great himself, and both of these characters I really don't like. And so I'm like, I don't know who to root for in this argument, because sometimes she makes really valid points and he looks like a jerk, and then he makes good points and she looks silly, and I'm just like, you know what? I don't like either one of y'all. At the end of it, I wanted her to really have left him, but she didn't, so there's that. Think Like a Man. You know, I'm going to move Think Like a Man to the back so it's closer to Think Like a Man 2, and then I'm going to go on to Two Can Play That Game. Two Can Play That Game to me is worth the hype. I can quote you Two Can Play That Game from the start to the end. Like, I love this movie so much. Like, I love this movie. Morris Chestnut, Morris Chestnut is just fine in general, because he looks good in All the Best Men. He looks good in this. He looks good in general. He looked good now. He looked good then. He gonna look good forever. It's just the chocolatiness of it all. It's just a lot. But Vivica Fox looks gorgeous. Gabrielle Union in that red suit is an iconic scene. Like, I replayed that scene when she's getting out the car with the red suit and she walks past Vivica Fox and she says, "Your man up there?" I replay that scene all the time because she just gets out with just that red and the way she walks, and I'm like, oh, you know what? Period, sis. Two Can Play That Game is hilarious. If you want to laugh, put on Two Can Play That Game. Every funny person that you can think of is in this movie. We have Monique, you have Anthony Anderson, you have so many funny black actors and actresses are in this movie. Please, just go see it. About Last Night. I'm gonna put About Last Night in meh. What is the point? Like, this movie, what's the themes? What's the messages? What is the point? Is it funny? Yes. Regina Hall is hilarious. Kevin Hart is funny. The movie is cute. I could go without it. I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's just like one of those movies that I'm like, okay, if this was never made, okay. Like, it gives me nothing. It gives me so much of nothing that it's going right there. Jason's Lyric. Must see. The love between Jason and Lyric is so beautiful, and it's just like, I just love this movie so much. And no character in the history of characters is more frustrating to me than Jason's brother. I think his name is Joshua. So annoying. And I spent the first time I watched this movie, I spent most of the movie feeling bad for him because I thought he had this like this death on his heart, because they set it up to make it seem like he kills his father, but kind of find out he didn't do it. It was his brother. And so it's like, you're thinking like, okay, him being a murderer that young has messed him up, which, although I guess that event would be traumatic in and of itself, so that could be a part of his problems, but his brother went through the same thing and actually was the one who did it. So I'm just like, no. And then there's conspiracy theories that Lyric actually died at the end and he's imagining it. But I'm like, she rides off with him on that bus with the Band-Aid. And people try to say because in the beginning of the movie, it's the same scene when he's on the bus and she's not there. And I'm like, they can't show her then. It's going to give away the movie. So whatever the case is, Jason's Lyric is worth this to watch. Boomerang. I love Boomerang. I think it's overhyped, so I'm going to put it on this tier. But Boomerang is so good. It's so funny. And Strange, Miss Grace Jones' mama, that performance, she cracks me up. I love it. I love it. Eddie Murphy is really funny. I love the dynamic between him and both of the ladies. It's a really good movie. Eddie Murphy doesn't disappoint for me. I can't really think of an Eddie Murphy film that I haven't liked. So there's that. Next is Moonlight. Moonlight is so beautiful. It's like the way they filmed it, everyone looks so beautiful, yet it's still gritty. Like everyone's skin looks so like luminescent. Like I just love the way this movie is filmed, and I love the like LGBT representation that you don't get in a lot of movies that are like this. And the main character is kind of closeted throughout the whole movie, but you can see like how that plays into where he lives and like what he's surrounded by and why he has to stay in the closet and to get respect and like, I love this movie. I also think that it's a little bit overhyped because I feel like it got so much acclaim and so much praise, and I watch it and I like it and I think it's a good movie, but I don't necessarily know that it gives me all that it was supposed to have gave, but I like it. Queen and Slim. I'm gonna put Queen and Slim at not bad. A lot of people hate Queen and Slim. They're like, oh, it's struggle love, I'm tired of it. And I get it. I don't necessarily think it's struggle love because their love is pure. We watch their love develop throughout the movie. But they're on the run. So that's the struggle, which I guess I get it. But I don't think Queen and Slim is that horrible. I hate the ending though. I wish they would have did like kind of how Get Out has alternative endings, where there's one ending where he gets away and everything is good, and there's one ending where he ends up going to jail and you get to choose which one you want to go with. They should have did that for Queen and Slim, because the way that ended, I'm like, you think we want to watch that? Do you think the audience that is watching Queen and Slim wants to see that happen to them? We don't. Y'all could have kept that. We could have come up with something else. Maybe if just one of them got away with it, I would even be okay with it. But the fact that we go on this chase with them, we're so invested, and that happens at the end. And although that was quite realistic, I didn't need that to happen. Think Like a Man. I want to put it at meh, but I'm going to put it at not bad. I want to put Think Like a Man at not bad because I do like the movie. I like the characters. I think it's funny. I will just say that it's so much of a like hour and 30 minute long advertisement for Steve Harvey's book, which is this a safe space, y'all? Am I safe to say this? I brought the book. I brought the book and the audiobook. It was a good book. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. It was good. But I don't want to keep, every 5 seconds they keep snapping off to these little shots of Steve Harvey, and Steve Harvey's voice after a while can drive you mad. So it's just a lot of Steve when I didn't sign up for Steve. I knew it was based off his book, but I didn't think he was going to be flashing in every 5 seconds. So that's why it's going there. Think Like a Man 2. It's going to work the hype. Think Like a Man 2 gives me like Hangover vibes. I don't know if they were inspired by Hangover, but for some reason, I guess because they're in Vegas and they're going through all these antics and it's a bachelor party, it gives me Black Hangover, but co-ed. I love it. And there's not a lot, they don't flash back to Steve Harvey all the time. They're not talking about the book as much. You just get to see the characters that you already are attached to going through all of these things. I think it's better than the first one. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Let me look back over my tiers. So for Must See, The Best Man, Waiting to Exhale, Love Jones, Poetic Justice, Jason's Lyric. I'm okay with that. Work the Hype, Thin Line Between Love and Hate, Why Did I Get Married To, The Wood, Two Can Play That Game, and the best. No, that's not Why Did I Get Married To. That's a regular Why Did I Get Married. I was thinking in my head like, why would I put that high? Why Did I Get Married? And then Two Can Play That Game, The Wood, and Think Like a Man 2. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. I think a lot of people are gonna be like, girl, not Think Like a Man being that high. Think Like a Man 2 being that high up. But it's a good movie. I thoroughly enjoy my watch every time I watch it. Overhyped, How Stella Got Her Groove Back, Love and Basketball, Boomerang, and Moonlight. Yeah, and I think for what I think of overhyped movies that are talked about and given so much praise, that are still good movies but not worth all of the praise they got, I think that all of these movies fit into that category. Not bad. Best Man Holiday, Why Did I Get Married To, Queen and Slim, Think Like a Man. I'm okay with that. And then meh, Love Don't Cost a Thing, Brown Sugar, Malcolm and Marie, and About Last Night. I think we done, y'all. We did that. So we're gonna end it off here. All right, guys, so that's all I have for this video. Please be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, comment down below your thoughts. If you want to be included next time I do a video like this, like if you were watching this and like, why wouldn't she put this movie on there? Why did she skip this movie? Then you should be following me on Instagram, because on my Instagram I made a poll and I also made a post asking what are some of your favorite Black romance films, and I got a lot of answers to that. It was very, very helpful to go into the list that I already had. So if you want to participate next time I do a video like this, please be sure you follow me on Instagram, leave your girl a like, let me know you're there, and that's all I have. So see you guys in the next one. Bye.